Hello and welcome, Inspired Podcast community. This is your new episode. My name is Caroline, and my today's guest is Paul Tembunde. And I'm so happy that he said yes to our interview. How are you doing today?
Caroline, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you, Caroline. It's an honor, a pleasure to be on your podcast, and I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, and I told you, I remembered you that we met before in 2022 at the Peggy McCall's event in Ottawa. And I'm so honored that you said yes to our interview today. And I would like to introduce you to the audience, of course. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. You're right. We met. You're right. I was with my wife. It was a wonderful event. Thank you again for reminding me. Thank you.
It was great. Yes. Please say hello to your wife, and
I
we will speak about your company, the company you built together. And I would like to introduce you to the audience. So you are a transformation expert, business
yeah.
executive, and mindset coach who co-founded a successful home care agency and now empowers others through your coaching company, Premier Destiny LLC. Inspired by Bob Proctor's teachings, you help individuals unlock their hidden
Yes.
potential, embrace faith-driven leadership, and build lives of purpose, impact, and prosperity. Welcome to the Inspired Podcast. Wow, Paul Tembunde. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you,
so
Caroline.
great
Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thanks
to
for having me.
see you.
Thank you for having me on board. Thank you.
Oh, my first question is, looking back, what was the defining moment when you truly believed you could build your own economy and live beyond limitations?
Wow. That's a good question, Caroline. That's a good one. Um, Many things. I have to say that when I came to the United States many years ago, one of the intentions for coming here for me was obviously to go to college. That's why I came here from Cameroon, West Africa. And also, I felt there was something about America for me. I wanted freedom. I wanted to be able to define my goal, define who my life was going to be, what my life was going to be. Because I was living with dad and mom and all of that, but I was going to be on my own now. So that was a defining moment for me. I wanted to come out and explore. There was something about America, and it turned out to be true. After college, I did some jobs. I did not want to go to graduate school. It just was not in my mind. I just wanted to do something to be in control of my own destiny. So again, talk about your own economy. I wanted it from the get go, but I didn't know how to do it. I did not know how to do it. So I got into Amway, which was a company, a network marketing company. I'm sure you've heard about it. I started there. I did not make much money. This was in the early 90s. I did not make much money at all, but I learned. I was introduced to personal development. That changed my life. That changed my life. It taught me a lot of things. It taught me how to read books, inspirational books, and it also gave me the vision. From there I learned that I could be whatever I wanted to be if I was willing to work on me. That was a key one. So I was reading a lot of books. I love reading. I was reading books and all of that. Did not know anything about Bob Proctor. And then down the road, when my wife came from England, we decided to start our own home care company. So we bought a franchise, started doing that. We did that for several years. We were quite successful. But then there was a yearning in me. There was a yearning in me to do that. There was something I could still do, something that was out there. I did not know what it was. So I started praying. I'm a person of faith. I was praying and spent time meditating and all of that. And God led me to Mr. Bob Proctor. Because one day, as I was walking for exercise, because I go out and walk for my exercise, I happened to tune on a program on YouTube, and Bob was talking. And he said that a lot of us suffer from ignorance. A lot of us suffer from ignorance. And he said, ignorance is not a bad thing. Ignorance means you just don't know. You just don't know. And how do you get to know? You need knowledge. It's like in a dark place, you come out to the light. So ignorance is like darkness. So when you get knowledge, it's like you're exposed to the light. And the lights went off. The light headlight went in my mind. I said, wait a minute. So this man is saying that I'm not where I am because I'm not clear. I'm uncertain. I'm ignorant, then I have to get that knowledge. And I signed up for his program, his year-long program, and here I am today.
Oh, I love that we met through Bob Proctor.
Yes,
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 because
I believe so,
he
Carolyn.
was
I
a
believe so, Carolyn.
teacher
Yes,
and friend of Peggy McCall.
yes,
Yes, that's a great story. My next
yes.
question for you is, how did stepping into the unknown with your wife and starting your home care agency change how you define success today?
Um, Taking chances, risking it, being willing to learn, uh, and just having the that gut feeling. All right. I mean, success is the as Napoleon Hill says, and and I think Earl Nightingale also says, success is progressive realization, right, of whatever it is you want. Right. It's progressive realization of that. So it's a journey. It's a journey, and along that journey, you're going to learn lessons. We don't want to wait for everything for all the lights to be green because it's never going to happen, right? We go what we've got, and we hope and pray, hope and pray, and learn along the way and make it better. That's what happened for us. Joan and I, we were determined to be in control of our own destiny. So when the chance came up for us to purchase a franchise, which is what we own now, we did not have any money. We didn't have any money. And what I learned, we had a credit card. Okay, we went to the bank. We had actually one credit card. So went to the bank. We borrowed a cash advance on our credit card. We bought our franchise. So money does not have to stop you. If you want it badly enough, you're going to find a way. Because as you know, the solutions are out there. The solutions are always out there. They're available right now. But we have to rise to a higher frequency, right, to attract those solutions to us.
Oh, that is so well said. And thank you for reminding me. Of course, yes, we have to step into the unknown and risk. Other people would say risk, but it's the normal, it's the cycle how it works. We give first and then we receive,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Well, exactly. I mean, everything. I mean, waking up, walking across the street involves risk, right? But it's got the way I see it, it's got to be calculated risks. You do some studying, you do some checking around, you do some due diligence, really important, right? And then you give it a shot. Then you spend most. I think the most important thing is spend some time with yourself, and in solitude, right? And talk to yourself because communicate with the universe. Find out if it's something that's going to be good for you. Because the universe will tell you based on your inner knowing. Your inner knower will tell you. Because remember, the answers are already within us. The answers are within us. But how often are we reaching for it? That's the question.
Wow, what a great answer. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm inspired already. And I have another
Thank you, Carol.
question for you. Of
Yes, go
course,
right ahead, Caroline. Go right ahead.
you speak of greatness living inside each of us. What held you
Yes.
back from seeing your own for so long and what finally brought it out?
I'm sorry, I didn't. Could you repeat that question one more time, Carolyn, please?
Yes, of course. You speak of greatness living inside each of us. What
Yes.
held you back from seeing your own for so long and what finally brought it out?
Good question. Wow, wonderful question, Carolyn. Wow, you're good. Thank you. That's a good one. Um, I think that was getting in my own way. That's a short answer. I was getting in my own way. I was not letting the me that I wanted to be come up because I had a lot of excuses. Well, I'm not from America. Well, I don't have the money. Well, I cannot, it's a different culture. The color of my skin. Are they gonna like me? All these excuses that we give, right? I mean, am I in the right place? Am I too late? Is it too early for me? Do I need context? All of that excuses. Okay, I was so I bought into it. I bought into all of that, and that prevented me from to see who I could really be. But again, because I figured I had a mission, I figured I had a mission. That's just me. I think we all have a mission. You have a mission, Carolyn. All of us do, right? I figured I had a mission. It was up to me at some point to look and to find out what was my mission. It wasn't just feeding the family, raising a family and paying the bills. No. What does satisfaction mean to me? So when I gave myself a chance to listen to me, find out what made me excited, what made me happy, what makes me happy, what is my mission besides working, then it started all come up. And then that's when I realized that, hey, I have to do this. I have to get involved in coaching, which is what I love to do. I love to be able to help inspire other people, because the mission of our company, Premier Destiny, is that we enlighten people, we empower people, and we inspire them to bring out the greatness that's in them so they can lead and live lives of abundance. That's our mission. That's our mission, because that's what we found. That's what we discovered in us, and we want to be able to help people do that in their lives.
Oh, I love that. First, you walk the path for yourself, and then you show others how to get the
Absolutely, absolutely,
wow.
yes, absolutely. Because
My
because
next,
again,
yeah,
if it happened for me, it can happen to anyone else. Matter of fact, Caroline, I'm going to share something from my. If I can share this from this book
yeah,
here, I'll share
please.
this with you here that I think is going to help your audience and us, all of us. Um, this is a quote from this book here. It says that wealth, prosperity, abundance have nothing to do with your race, gender, which side of the tracks you were born on, who your parents are, your level of education, Kimber believes. But it has everything to do with desire, faith, and the right mental attitude. All high achievers make choices, not excuses. This is by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, who wrote Think and Grow Rich for the Africa for Black people. Think and Grow Rich for Black people. Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. So again, Caroline, it's not it's not a matter of excuses. It's not a matter of what you don't have. What do you have? Where can you start? Can you take the first step? If you take the first step, the next step will show up. But you have to have that desire, you have to have the faith, and you have to believe. You have that mental attitude where it says that it is possible for you too. Because it is possible for us. But are we willing to take that first step?
Yes, absolutely. I agree. And one of my first steps was also this Peggy McCall event. I'm forever
Yes.
grateful. Yes, the first
Yes.
event in person after the so-called pandemic we had.
I
I
know.
could
I know.
not go outside, and I encountered Bob Proctor at that time. So my next question for you is, what does transformation mean to you on a soul level, and how has it shaped your marriage, business, and mission?
Transformation to me is has done so much for me. It's a renewal, a rebirth, if you will. It's almost like it's to me it just puts you in a different, it's a different, you're in a different, it's like that night and day. And I'll tell you how this happened for us. Years ago, in our home care business, we own a home care company. We owned it for 23 years, and we take care of seniors. We help them with medication, for walks, feeding, that type of thing. That's what we do in our day jobs. And 15 years into our business, which we're doing pretty well, um, it was very successful. It started declining, but it would, we had to do some things, and then also at the same time too, I was kind of wondering. So, well, is this all there is to life? Is this all? Is it life just about going to work, paying the bills, making some money, and all of that investing? Is that all? I felt empty, even though we're successful. I felt empty because I felt I was not having meaning. There was no meaning to what I was doing. So I started looking within myself. I was going for long walks. And I listened to Bob. Bob said, find out what do you want to do? What makes you happy? What makes you happy? What do you want? You remember Bob saying that? What do you want? And to me, I've realized that what I wanted was a transformation. I wanted to be able to make a difference. I want to be able to inspire others to reach out and bring out the greatness that resides in them. Because a lot of us don't know a lot of us don't know we have that greatness in us. We don't think we're the solution to our challenges. Notice I don't call them problems. Well, I call them challenges. We don't think we're the solution. We don't think we have the solutions. We think you have to call somebody else and call somebody else, whereas we have the answers. But if we don't know that, we can't use it, right? So that is where transformation comes in. So we get in. So I got into myself. I got to thinking. I said, well, let me talk to some folks that have gone through, walk the path that I want to walk, and resolve and solve this challenge. So I went to Bob, which I'm sure you did too. I went to Bob. I learned that I had all the answers in me, and it required me it had to work on me to bring me out to transformation. And that changed my life. It changed my business. The trajectory of my business changed. We're doing much better. Okay, and not only that, we decided to cut our hours. To about half what we used to work, and we're doing more. We have more revenue coming in because we changed how we saw ourselves. The way I talk to my wife, the way my wife and I relate is different. That's a lot better, a lot healthier because we now understand what it's all about. We understand the big picture. We've transformed. The way we relate to our kids is different because we understand. The way we relate to people, our employees, our friends, is different. Because transformation also helped us realize that it was not a case where if you did well, it took away from me. No, it did not. If you light my candle, Caroline, yours does not go off, does not go out. It makes the room that we're part of brighter. That is transformation. That is making a difference. That's the life I wanted to be in. I want to be able to help folks. I want to be able to light someone else's candle, show them that they have the greatness in them, so that they show them that they are the solutions to their challenges, so they can also rise up. It makes for a better world, makes for a better life, makes for a better world, and then you're more of a solutions provider, which will allow. So that's what transformation means to me. That's what it's done to us.
Oh, thank you so much for explaining. Now I understand. Yes, and I love the analogy with the candle. You want to be the light on someone else's candle to show them their own light.
Yes,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much for
In
our
fact,
interview. Of course,
th-
yes,
thank you,
please.
Carolyn. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Again, thank you, Carolyn, for giving me the chance. In fact, I'm going to just show my wife's book here. It's a
Yes, of
bestseller,
course.
international bestseller. It's a book that I recommend folks check out. It's on Amazon. It gives you a lot of the concepts we talked about here and how you can use it to really get out and make your financial future get better. So it's my wife's book. I don't have a book. My book isn't the works, but that's my wife's book. And if you need more information, check us out at premierdestiny.com. That's PREMIERE destiny.com. Premier with an E, destiny.com. And we have more resources on there. So resources on there on YouTube and social media and all of that. We can help. If you have any questions, reach out to us at Premier Destiny, and we'll be glad to help you. Thank you again, Carolyn, for this opportunity.
Oh, thank you so much. I have other questions for you, but I'm glad you mentioned where we can find you because this would
Yes.
have been one of my next questions. And of course, I put the links in the show notes. I also love
Thank you.
books. And yeah, and I look forward to your own book. Or yes,
Yes.
and we can do
Yes.
another podcast interview. So we already talked about our coaches and mentors. So I know you have, or you had coaches and mentors. Do you have coaches now? And who would you say is the best coach you ever had?
Um, Thank you, Carolyn. That's a good one. The best coach in my life was my dad. My dad was the best coach. He's of blessed memory right now, but he was the one. He's my role model. He's my original role model. My dad was the man that I aspired to just be like him because he was a great man, very very great man, very successful, good heart, cared, raised us well, and so I always pay homage to him. He was my first hero. The second person that touched my life a lot was Mr. Bob Proctor. Mr. Bob Proctor, yes. He's the one that showed me that it was possible for me too. It was possible for me too. He lit the light, he lit my candle, and I thank him every day for this and what he did. So yes, coaching, mentorship is extremely important. I mean, I'm where I am today because of mentors. I followed the path of my dad, Mr. Bob Proctor, Peggy, and Arash, who's helping me right now, and some other people. because you have success leaves clues, right? Success leaves clues. And so you want to go where the success is. You want to follow that path. Why reinvent it? Why go through all the pain of reinventing it if you can follow someone who's already done it, who's willing to show you how to do it? That's the easiest way. That's a cheat sheet as far as I'm concerned. And that's what I like to follow.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. And my last question for you, we already talked about goals, or let's say success as the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So what is one of your ideals? I assume you set goals for yourself or intentions, and you mentioned already your book project. What is one of your next
Yes, my
projects?
I have several goals, several goals. I talked about books. I want to be on stages talking to people. In fact, that's my goal. I got to get out there and talk to people to get this message out there. For folks so they can know that's possible for them too. This should not be a secret. Okay, we should really help other people. This is about helping other people. That's the biggest thing for me. You know, it's I mean, once you do what you do the good work, you'll be rewarded for it. And I'm not worried so much about the reward. My goal is to impact millions of lives out there, millions of lives out there, because folks need it. I mean, the world today, as you know, Carolyn, is suffering, and the world is suffering because they don't know, right? Quote unquote, ignorant. They don't know. They don't know. They would love to. So the way I see it, my responsibility is to get out there and share this message with as many people as I can to help them so that it can bring out that greatness that every human being has. If I can do it, if you can do it, if Bob can do it, Peggy can do it, Arash can do it, they can do it too.
Yeah. What a great message. Thank you so much. So we are on the same mission for
Yes.
sure. And thank you for our interview. Now it's
Thank you.
time for your final thoughts to the audience.
Thank you, Carolyn. Again, Carolyn, it's an honor to be on your podcast today. Thank you so much for inviting me on. I'm really honored to be here. Uh, I just want to just say that we're all on the same journey, to help make this world a better place for all of us. It's a lot more rewarding when someone lights your candle, shows you that there's a way forward, that is possible for you too. And that's what it's all about. It's all about. We a lot of times we don't get what we want because we step where in our own way. But it takes us taking a risk to step out of our comfort zone, try something new, something novel that can get us where we need to go. Because as you and I know, this is where we're 3 months into the year of this new year. Well, next month is going to come. The next month, the other month is going to come. Before we know it, June is going to be here. That'll be 6 months. What would we have done differently to generate the results that we want? Because as we know, if we keep doing the same thing we've always done, guess what? We're going to have the same results that we've always gotten, right? To
Yeah.
change the result, we have to change the input. We all have that choice. The important thing is we have a choice. Life is not what happens to us, it's how we respond to what happens to us. And that's a matter of choice. That's a matter of choice and decision. We have that power. Sometimes we think we don't have the power. We do have the power, but we can give that power away if we choose not to make decisions and take the actions that we're going to get us to where we need to go. We have that power. And my role, my job, my mission, and I think that's yours too, Carolyn, is to let folks know out there that they have the power and we can help them. So check us out at premierdestiny.com, premierdestiny.com. And if there's anything we can do to help, reach out, we'll help you. And, and share what we've learned thus far. It's been an honor again, Carolyn, to be on your show. And thank you and wish you all the best.
Oh, thank you so much. And I will check it out. Of course, your website, I put it in the show notes. And please reach out to Paul. He's amazing. And I see you in the next